on one of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Downtown Pittsburgh in PNC Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Trevor Williams, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's throwing the ball pretty well. We'll see how that translates into this one.
Ian Happ heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, Ian Happ.
Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike one, as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just 1 win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortunes.
In there, 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swinging a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. And Freese will put this away, no problem for the first out. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, this team grounds into a ton of double plays. They've got to stop taking themselves out of potential big innings.
Chris Bryant will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. Once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Dickerson going back, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Oh, and you know what? I think he's going to kick himself out there in left field when he watches the tape replay and realizes just how close he came to robbing this home run. I don't think he quite got the timing down right, because if he had, I think he makes this play. Instead, this is going to sneak over the wall for a home run.
Anthony Rizzo will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around, because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes, because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there, so we'll see if any of that shows up.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
First pitch on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Hot shot on the ground is short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, they tried to go inside again. I like the call, but this time he was ready for it. He drives this one for a solid base hit.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. The average down at an even 220. 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1. 1-1. Here it is. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Now you've got a run already in, another runner on first. You got to think this has to be a fastball here.
He's set. Here's the 3-1 to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Kyle Hendricks is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this one.
Starling Marte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Starling Marte.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And it was a great start to the road trip. They were able to pull out a 1-run victory, so hopefully that'll give them a little momentum because they've got some very difficult games coming up in this stretch.
Number 5 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along. If this guy's in the zone, then be aggressive. Go up there hacking. But if he's trying to be effectively wild within the strike zone, then you got to be a little more patient and work the count.
Josh Harrison comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 pitch. And this is a strike 3 called. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Corey Dickerson will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. It remains 1-0. Ben Zobrist will stand in, and he was a big part of the win last night as he contributed 3 hits to his guys' effort.
Well, Matt, he just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Batting 7, right fielder, number 5.
We'll give you another look at all 8 pitches here in the at-bat. I mean, this was a battle from beginning to end. He took some tough pitches, fouled off a few more, and then eventually he gets his reward with a solid base hit.
Stepping in now, number 5, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He'll come in here at 259. No home runs as of yet, 10 RBIs. And he misses with it. 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Chopped weakly to the left. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Number 7 will get his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. Hit down the line at first. A dive, but it's off his glove. Unfortunately, here they will get an out on the play, but the runners will move up to second and third now with one gone.
Batting ninth, catcher
Kyle Hendricks will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe two. So this is a big-time chance.
Line softly toward the hole and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
now batting.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Ian Happ will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Runners are at first and third, one away. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Chris Bryant will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike one.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Now a ball on the ground for Freese at third. Can they get two? Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Leading off the inning, Josh Bell, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Baseman, Josh Bell.
Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded down the third baseline. A quick out number one.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Bases are empty, one man out. 3-0 now. On deck, there you see David Freese. He'll be next. Sinker misses, ball four.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
David Freese takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and one away. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Batting seventh, catcher.
Into the box, Francisco Cervelli. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Taken high and deep to right. Going back is the right fielder. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they are on the board with the sac fly as this is now a 2-1 game.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
From the stretch, Jordy Mercer is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one. A runner on first with two away. This is line to left. Schwarber is under it, and he makes the catch for out number three. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Anthony Rizzo is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, I know that instantly everyone's going to start pointing fingers out there, but when you're facing a guy like this, as a pitcher, you have to be allowed to work inside. That'll hurt a bit, but it's just part of the game you have to live with.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
So far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count, and these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over it.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber.
0-1.
In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. And he falls behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
And that's going to be high 2-2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Kind of hard to think that he wouldn't have had an idea that a fastball might be coming here, but judging by his reaction, I should say lack of reaction, I guess not.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right, and it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
And that's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 1/3 innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Into the box now, number 5. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Ready with the 0-2. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Cervelli corrals it, and the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, number 7.
Number 7 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Lays off 1-0. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here's a high pop-up. Bell has got it, and the side is retired. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Cubs 5 and the Pirates 1. Leading off the inning, Trevor Williams, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Yeah, a tough situation here. He has the long inning on the mound, and he's got to turn right around and lead off the next half inning.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, had a hanger that time, but missed it. 1-2.
You can tell he's got sinker on the mind because he definitely undercut that one.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, at this point, you know he's going to be a much more relaxed pitcher out there on the mound. He's working with a 4-run lead, and he does a good job right there to earn himself out number 1.
Here's Starling Marte. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Happ on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Yeah, and this is just a cut fastball that he's trying to go back door with, but he didn't do what he wanted to do with the pitch. It's right out over the heart of the plate, and that's almost like batting practice to a major league hitter. He's not going to miss that one too often. And sure enough, he drills this one for 2 bases.
Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. 1 out and a runner on second base. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Good movement there, but it's 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
First offering on its way. Corey Dickerson is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or 2.
And it's quickly 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a liner. Foul. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. In to score is the runner from first. It's now a 5-3 ball game.
First baseman number 55.
Striding into the box, Josh Bell, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Already 40 pitches now here in the first few innings.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, he's going to have to start pitching to contact a little bit more, or else he may not make it 5 innings.
High in the air out to center field. Happ over to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Settling in now, Gregory Polanco. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. He's set and the pitch. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Hit well on the ground to first. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Kyle Hendricks is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if they can't get you some more.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, that's going to bring some folks up to the top steps of the dugout. Anytime you hit the opposing pitcher, whether it's unintentional or not, you're setting yourself up for some possible fireworks down the road.
In now, Ian Happ, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Dickerson racing back. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Yeah, even if this ball doesn't hop over the wall, I'm not so sure they would have risked trying to score him with nobody out, but it's a moot point now as they'll have runners at second and third following the ground rule double.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Ivan Nova is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Chris Bryant will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
And now he gets to face some fresh meat. He's already got 1 homer in this game, remember.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Ready on 1-2. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you got to be ready to try and turn on something.
And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
Yeah, and you talk about changing the tide of an at-bat. He fell behind there 0-2, but he managed to keep his cool up there. Winds up coaxing out the walk. That is the definition of great discipline up there.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Polanco on the run. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
And you know, he might wind up being just a little disappointed there with the bases loaded and nobody out. But the sacrifice fly does get at least one run home, as that run will score from third base.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And another throw over. And late reactions, and they got him.
This is all about quickness with the right-handed pitcher on the mound. Here, they catch him in between steps at time, and the result is an easy pickoff.
Here's Javier Baez. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Bell is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. Leading off the inning, David Freese, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Down the first baseline. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out.
Now batting, catcher.
Stepping in, Francisco Cervelli earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line to the right side. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Boy, and he's turned things around from that last inning as this pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Kyle Schwarber will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Here it comes, 2-0. Ripped on the ground to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. Well, but when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ben Zobrist stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit to short. Oh, and forget the double play. It's under his glove.
And that's not a good start to the inning on the mound. Back-to-back hits have him in trouble again, and at this point, they can't afford to let this deficit get any wider than 3.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Boy, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is. And now the wild pitch is going to make things even tougher, as that'll move 2 men into scoring position now, still with nobody out.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Polanco is there. Let's see if they try it. And a relay home. A tag, and he's out at the plate. A double play. Number 7 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 7-3 ball game. So these guys have now scored in each of the first 5 innings. And in case you're wondering how often a team scores at least 1 run every inning, our crack staff tells us it's happened 7 times in the National League, most recently by the Rockies in 1999. Kyle Hendricks is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. 7 runs, 11 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow. Ian Happ digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Into the seats, 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think he needs to cut down on his swing a bit, get a little more compact, because he ain't going to be touching those fastballs.
Tap fouled at home plate. Looking to minimize the damage here. Again, he sends it out of play. 2 down, runners at first and second. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
That man's got to be thinking, enough with the walks. Can't anybody throw a strike?
That's lifted the other way out to left. Dickerson's there, and that's the 3rd out. The 1 in the inning for the Cubs. Adam Frazier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Adam Frazier.
And that's in there for strike 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Here it comes on 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Schwarber sprinting after it. 1 out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Starling Marte. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Around second, he'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Good opportunity for him here as he's into third with his 2nd triple of the year.
Josh Harrison will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
The 0-1 on its way. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out and a runner on third. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. A man at third with 1 away. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 7-4 contest. Throw won't get him.
Now batting.
Digging in, Corey Dickerson. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Fly ball into straightaway left. Schwarber giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Josh Bell will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Well, he needs to finish this inning just to be eligible for the win, but it's really been a struggle.
2-0 now.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Hard hit ball to second. Zobrist is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A.J. Schugel will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 31, A.J.
Chris Bryant strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
For the Cubs, third baseman, Chris.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a line drive, but foul. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. 1-2, here it comes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Bryant around first, heading for second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. So a line drive double here has him in business to start the inning. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks second on the team in that category.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Anthony Rizzo is at the plate as he watches ball one. No one out with a runner at second. High and deep to right center field. Marte going back at the track. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with one away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
First delivery to him on the way. Javier Baez comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. On the ground to third. Fielded by Freeze. And he is in there. Kyle Schwarber steps in with one in, one out, and one on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. One and 0 pitch on the way. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. Ben Zobrist will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run, a big blow early on. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Runner goes for second, and this one's in the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. 1-0 count. Here it is. That's wide, 2-0. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now a pickoff play at second, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake. Leading off the inning, Gregory Polanco. And they'll need him to get something going here. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Happ looking up. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center as it's now an 8-5 ball game. Here's David Freese to stand in as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Francisco Cervelli digs in now after lining out in his last try. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. From the stretch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-1 delivery. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good changeup there.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a shot to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
The batter, number 10.
Jordy Mercer will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Chop foul right at home plate. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Ground ball right side. The tag gets 1, but wisely no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue. Colin Moran will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Colin Moran.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. 2 out with the man at first. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Hit hard to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Michael Feliz is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Michael Feliz.
Ben Zobrist is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning.
Leading off for the Cubs.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Zobrist.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Right side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Number 5 stands in. Had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch. Nope.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Very softly hit to the left side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but This is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
Daniel Murphy will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One hit, one left. Stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. Steve Cishek will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Steve Cishek.
Leading off the inning, Starling Marte, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike one.
Schwarber is after it. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
The batter, number
You know,
5,
it seems like
second
every
baseman,
time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single. Corey Dickerson will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
First baseman, number
Josh
55.
Bell will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And there's ball one. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
And that misses 2-2. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Some anxious moments now in that first base dugout.
Yeah, he cannot be liking what he's seeing, that's for sure.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Gregory Polanco has the bases loaded in front of him, so a real opportunity for him to chip away at that 3-run deficit they're working with right now.
And it's all right there for him. A lot of pressure on this at-bat on both sides, but you got to love the drama if you're watching it.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And this will be fouled away. Sent on the ground out to second. One there. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Enny Romero will be summoned from the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Ian Howe will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder, Ian Howe.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Line drive to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. Chris Bryant strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Pause, now the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. In there, and it's even at 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop.
First baseman
Anthony Rizzo will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. He's set. Now the pitch. And he'll start the at-bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good lookout.
And he'll get back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Digging in, Javier Baez. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He waits. Now the pitch. And now a ball hit pretty well down that right field line. This has some carry to it, and it is gone. Home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field, as this is now a 5-run cushion.
This is going to be a fastball here, and it's on the outside third of the plate. But look at him just reach those arms out, stay back, and drive this thing the other way. Now, this didn't stay fair by much. But if you can keep them fair right down the foul lines, you don't have to hit them 400.
Number 32 will come in and pitch now. Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. Polanco retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the leading off the inning, David Freese, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking 1 pitch, 1 spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
Hard hit to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting,
Francisco Cervelli stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. On to first, and there were 2 down.
the batter, number 2,
Jordy Mercer will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Hard hit ball to second, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They've got some work to do. It's 10-5. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Ben Zobrist is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Now here's the pitch. Oh, he rips this one to first. And that is into right field. So the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Standing in now, number 5. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
now batting,
Number 7 will dig in now. 2 hits and 4 at-bats thus far tonight. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. The second for 1. Back to first, and great work by the pitcher hustling over to cover as he takes the throw for the 3-6-1 double play.
the pitcher, number 4.
Man, you get back-to-back singles to start the inning. Everything looking good. And then 1 pitch later, it all comes crashing down on the double play.
Tommy La Stella will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. In tight, awfully tight. 2-0 now.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Lays off, and it's 3-0. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
And this would be a great escape if he could strand that runner at third after those back-to-back singles to start things off.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Center fielder
Into the box now, Ian Happ to swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat, hitting left-handed.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
When you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is keep falling behind guys.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
And this hole he's digging on the mound, it's all his doing. He's got to be able to find the strike zone.
The 2-0 pitch. Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Tack on another run there. They've put up 11 now in the ball game, and this offense is definitely running on all cylinders.
And Clint Hurdle's out to have a conference at home plate, so it appears we'll see a double switch here. Keone Kela will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
number 50.
Chris Bryant strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Elias Diaz.
In there, strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Missed with the curveball there, and he falls behind a 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
First baseman number 40.
Anthony Rizzo comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. A little bouncer. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and Mike Montgomery will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Montgomery.
Striding in to start the 9th, Elias Diaz, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Oh, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
Softly hit out to short, and this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 6.
Starling Marte stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Curveball just misses, apparently. 1-0. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. On his way to second goes Marte. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
The batter, number 5, second baseman
Josh Harrison, ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Ripped, and that is off the first base bag. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Well, apparently, they've still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now, with another hit or two, they could really make this interesting.
Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Happ is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
First baseman
Josh Bell makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Has a look, now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Hit to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And the Cubs were led tonight by the offensive exploits of this man, Ben Zobrist. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 11-6. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the Victoria.